Hey there, everyone. So I've been quiet. It's been quite a week. And it's been an interesting couple of days. You know, I have learned while exploring my experiment in human design that as a 5-1 projector, emotional 5-1 projector, I should say, you shouldn't speak while you're in an emotional wave. So I didn't. Um, Welcome to my new followers, though, from Threads. I'm very glad to have you. And yeah, now you could get to know me a little bit more. All right, let's go. Let's do this. The, election night, I felt a little discouraged and I felt a little bit like this probably won't go our way. So I made the decision to go to bed a little extra early and just set it and forget it as I had a long day the next day. And I had the feeling like, oh, this might be 2016 all over again, but I tried my best to put it out of my head. I tried my best to think the best and just let it go from that perspective. When I did wake up the next morning and saw the news, I was not angry. I certainly wasn't surprised. Um, I was amused, to say it lightly. I was amused because in my mind, I was like, "Ooh, y'all don't know what y'all just unleashed." And when I say unleash, obviously, I'm not talking about, you know, insurrection level retaliation or anything like that. But inside, I knew this have changed the paradigm of everything forever. And I saw a lot of my fellow Black women be fed up. And you know what? I was one of them, still one of them, fed up, and just decided, you know what? I'm just going to divest. I'm not going to get involved. I am just going to keep the business and mind the business that pays me and stay out of it, uplift and console my girls, uplift and console my community, and make a stronger community from there. More and more, I just felt disenfranchised, felt like, wow, we always show up for everyone else, but no one else seems to show up for us. And I sat in those feelings. I allowed myself to rest. I allowed myself not to create content, not to put out any content, and just feel my feelings, ride that wave, like I mentioned before. 5-1 emotional projector. You need to ride that wave. Don't make any snap decisions. So I didn't come out with my decisions. But now, after I give myself 3 days mandatory, but after a few days, I started thinking to myself, huh, what if this was the plan all along? What if the plan was, the united we fall? I mean, not united we fall. Divided we fall, united, we're much more stronger. And I thought to myself, what if this was the plan all along? And I don't want to sound like a kooky, weirdo conspiracy theorist, but post election, there's been a lot of weird things going on. We only see the boasting from the supporters, the fans. We're not really seeing the boasting from the man that literally has no self control, the man that got easily baited and bested in a debate to sound like a kooky old man. He's not saying anything, and no one finds this suspicious at all. Not to mention, this was the fastest wrapped up election that we've had in years. And this was a rather large election with a rather large amount of people doing early voting and mail in voting. and all of them were counted that quickly. I don't know. I don't want to spread anything, but this seems a little weird, and I hope I'm very wrong. What's about to happen in a few days astrologically, Pluto is about to enter Aquarius, and that is going to be the major shift of paradigm as we know it. Things are going to change. And I've seen a lot of other creators talk about, like different revolutions that has happened in the past, and get ready because it's going to be a revolution like the kinds that we've seen in the past. And I say no. Now, the reason I say no is because Aquarius is a sign of technology and innovation. And Pluto is about changes and darkness and, transformation and death, right? So when we really think about this, um, it's not going to be the likes of battlegrounds and things like that. Well, it will be a battleground, but it won't be a battleground that you've ever seen before. The revolution will not be on a war ground. The war ground will not be used with the traditional guns. It won't be with militias and people going hand to hand combat. That's not what this is going to be at all. It's going to be a technological battle, a technological revolution. With that being said, without getting into too many details, because I don't know what's coming next, I'm just sharing my thoughts. But be careful what you say on the social media streets. Yes, technology will be the forefront, but it won't be on these platforms. So I just want to give you that caveat. Also, be mindful of who you're sharing information with and who you build community with. And let's see, am I missing anything else? We are going to go back to community building. We're going to go back to doing all of this thing. I don't know if it will be wise to exclude everyone, but I will say to my fellow Black sisters, we do need to community build within ourselves. We need to heal within ourselves, because what I saw on the TikTok today was nuts. We are way more powerful than we think we are. We are way more powerful than who we elect. We did that. We did that, and we can affect real change. It won't be on the battleground. It won't be hand to hand combat. We have all taken this time. We instinctively knew that we need to further ourselves in education. We needed to further ourselves in how we made money, our income. That was all not for lost. It was preparation. So, ladies, we need to build community. We need to take the things that we are good at and is in service to one another and help one another. Because at the end of the day, we all we got. We all we got, but I honestly know for a fact that this has been drilled in my head since I was in middle school. You know, we're stronger together, divided we fall. But let's take our break, because there has been a little bit of us being taken for granted, but it's not going to be all for loss. It's not, you know, I'm not saying to put our capes back on, but maybe we can work together and make sure that the other person have their cape on before we do. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll play it by ear, but that's what I had for you guys today. And I hope this lands. I intend for this to land the way I want it to. And I'll see you next time. Bye.